going on, guys? Welcome to Everything Always. My name's Michael Roman, aka Allfires. Now, I've already made several jokes about it over the last couple of days. The fact that Superman reviews are finally coming out, and all of a sudden now we're getting reviews for the Fantastic Four, or at least the first 30 minutes of the film that was screened at a Brazilian fan event just days ago. The social media embargo has lifted for those reactions, and we have an extremely thorough one for you today. We're going to break it all down. We'll, of course, issue the normal spoiler warning as well for the very first reactions coming out for the first 30 minutes of the Fantastic Four. But first, if you could grab the subscribe button. Thanks to everyone who's been subbing and helped grow the channel again at a breakneck pace. And if you haven't already, I would just kindly invite you to hit the sub button. It's the number one thing you can do to support the channel. Plus, it'll enter you for all the PS5 and ticket giveaways if you want. Stick around at the end of the video. We get into all the giveaway stuff again there. Okay, so first up, the normal spoiler warning, but not just because of details that may be revealed in a fan's reaction. Try to remember that when you're listening to just one person's take of a film, be it positive or negative, it's still only one person's take. I was in 30-minute pre-screeners for both Multiverse of Madness and Black Panther: Wakanda Forever, and in both cases there were less than 15 people in my theater, so just try to remember that one person's opinion may not align with your own, and keep an open mind as best you can no matter how many reactions or reviews you hear for the Fantastic Four going into the film. The other thing I will say is that this has to be translated from Portuguese, so hopefully Google Translate doesn't lead us astray. And this reaction's coming in from the handle @4FantasticoBRA on Twitter. He goes on to say, quote, "First of all, I must say that I watched about 27 minutes of the film. The scenes weren't shown in their entirety. We saw several excerpts from the beginning to the middle of the story, but with several cuts throughout. What was shown not only surprised me, but truly moved me. The entire setting of the universe is unique. It's a great gift for fans. It all begins with an intimacy we're not used to seeing in this type of film. It feels like we're getting to know a real family with vulnerabilities, humor, affection, and purpose. The dynamic between Reed and Sue is one of the highlights. We saw many scenes of the two together, and Vanessa and Pedro are on the same wavelength. They truly convey the feeling of a couple who have been together for a long time. Their relationship shows from the beginning that this film is about much more than just superpowers." Ben and Jonny also shine. Each has their own well-defined personality, and the chemistry between them works from the very first moment. The jokes land at the right time, and you know how it goes, Jonny being Jonny. We get a good sense of how they gained their powers, presented through a talk show already shown in trailers. The plot has a family feel, and this is made clear with the arrival of baby Franklin. This is pure Fantastic Four. They're not just facing a major threat, family bonds are at the heart of the story. We watch a full sequence of Shala Ball's arrival and how lucky we are to have Julia Garner in this role. She delivers an intimidating speech with a calm yet terrifying tone, and visually we have scenes of an absurd scale. The final sequence of the preview I saw is one of those that makes the entire room hold its breath. The CGI was impeccable, and the construction of the danger is real. You feel the weight of what's at stake. The atmosphere is frantic, and then suddenly, black screen. The end. And then he continues by saying this: "Now we have to wait just a few more days to see the outcome, but a few points I need to highlight. There are many scenes with Reed Richards and Sue Storm. The plot seems to revolve around Sue and Franklin, but it's Reed who leads the decisions. Shala Ball has simply insane action scenes. Many action scenes with everyone using their powers are present. Despite the trailers hiding it, Reed Richards is stretching himself, and it's amazing. Each character seems to have an individual arc. Even with little screen time, you can tell they'll all be developed. The visuals of the sets are extremely immersive with a lot of depth. Some villains appear and others are mentioned. Comic book fans will be thrilled. Even with little screen time, you can already see that Fantastic Four First Steps is being treated with the care and ambition the team deserves. The film proposes a new tone, a new way of telling a story. The feeling that remains is we're finally going to have an adaptation worthy of Marvel's first family." Now, all in all, excellent job reacting to what you saw, my man, without giving away any spoilers whatsoever. I definitely got a sense of what you saw on that screen without you revealing anything, and that's an amazing reaction. Bravo to you. No spoilers. Great reaction. Now, normally this is where I would kick in for devil's advocacy's sake, and even if this was a bad review, in this case it happens to be a good review, and say, hey, remember when you're invited by Marvel to see a pre-screener like this or have early access, you are excited. There's a tendency to want to say positive things, but we've seen the trailers ourselves. We know the scenes he's talking about. In fact, they just released that full scene of Julia Garner's Silver Surfer heralding Galactus, and it looks awesome. I have to be honest with you guys, there was a tendency in me to think that maybe there's no way that James Gunn's Superman and Marvel's Fantastic Four can both do well stacked this close to each other, but it seems like, and in both accounts, the studios have stepped up and given us accurate portrayals of the films, and I really don't think there's going to be any sort of rivalry there, meaning I think a lot of people are going to go see both movies, and since the tones seem so different and these films seem so different in their place, one's kicking off a whole new cinematic universe, and the Fantastic Four are introducing a brand new team into an already well-storied universe, but at a crucial time as we're headed into a major crossover event. The tones are very obviously different, and even just from the trailers, and it sounds like by this guy's reaction, he was totally enthralled with what he saw, and that is super exciting because let's face it, the majority of pre-screener reviews, even though people have their biases, have not been great. In fact, for about a year and a half, we had to sit through Captain America review after Captain America review, and the movie was far, far better, despite what problems and faults it had, far, far better than any of those pre-screeners were. Like I always say, people go into seeing movies and you never know what their point of view on sort of popular culture is. Some people are just fatigued with superhero genre in general because they were never superhero fans to begin with, and like anything that gets too popular, all of a sudden it also becomes the target of a bunch of hate and white noise, and unfortunately, for Marvel movies and releases, it feels like that always just surrounds them no matter what they do, and it's become loud as of late. But the way to silence it is to put out awesome movies. And based on this review, and of course not putting too much stock in it and taking it in stride, it seems like Marvel Studios is about to drop an absolute banger of a Fantastic Four movie, man, at the right time, because we really needed some good stuff going into Avengers Doomsday. They've got one more outing with Spider-Man Brand New Day between now and then. You guys let me know all your thoughts though down below in reaction to this reaction or others that you've seen from that test screening. Again, it was 27 minutes like this guy said at a Brazilian fan event, and it's cool to hear that maybe they edited some of the scenes so they didn't just see, hey, a full 30 minutes of the film. Maybe they took out some important Easter eggs. You guys let me know all your thoughts down below quickly. Let's get into the giveaway stuff before I let you go. Alright, we are still giving away PlayStation 5s at the channel. We just announced a brand new winner for Ironheart a week or so ago. We'll have another one up in just a couple of weeks for Fantastic Four. If you want to be entered to win or for any of the ticket giveaways or future giveaways at the channel, all the same rules will always apply. Hit the subscribe button because you need to be a subscriber, then leave a comment down below, and because it's truly random, the more videos you comment on, the better chance you have of winning. All winners will be announced at the end of videos, the same way we're doing here, live with my voice and the winning comments shown on screen. The best way to keep up with the content has always been to hit the notification bell with all notifications turned on, and as always, if you like today's video, I'd appreciate it if you'd hit the like button. My name's Michael Roman. Find me on Instagram and Twitter at IamFires. You can also find me on Spotify, YouTube, Amazon, Apple, wherever you listen to original music with the name AllFires. And while I sincerely appreciate you checking my music out, thanks for checking this channel out. Stick around. We'll be posting again real soon.